instance, couldn't they have seen that person had just one eye functioning and that the person didn't qualify to have a license?
It's a good question. Although it's possible that they may have lost the use of that eye after they got their license, which is bringing back that question of whether or not licenses ought to be renewed with a test. Wow, crazy, right? And can you imagine if it's your left eye that's gone bad and you need to look in the rear view mirror or whatever, you're going to have to be turning your head and oh goodness,
and talking about imagine our roads that have no street lights. Many of them have no street lights. Just imagine you're driving at
one
night.
Eye.
Yeah, you're driving at night. And talking about driving at night, I came to work this morning and I'm so grateful to God because I saw this vehicle which was involved in an accident on the road, and he had no triangle, so you could see him using leaves to actually send you a signal.
Yeah. How fluorescent were those leaves?
Ask me.
Not very fluorescent at all. And talking about all these things brings my mind to those who drive at night with their highlights on. The highlights are not meant for constant driving. What you end up doing is that you blind the people that are oncoming traffic, and the people that are in front of you. It's so blinding. So please, just be mindful of your highlights, especially at night.
I know people do this because it's hard to see with no street lights, but it also does cause a hazard to those who are coming in the opposite direction. Okay, time for Say It Right. Check this out.
Something must be done. You say
Kojos?
Yes?
Well, today I thought we'd focus on pronunciation. So, how do you pronounce Current?
Current.
Well, that's right. The word is current, not current.
Indeed. Current. Belonging to the present. Being done or applied now.
Well, it can also mean a body of water or moving in a definite direction.
The word current originates from the Latin word correre, which means to run or move quickly. That explains its modern application as a descriptor for things that are up to date or keeping up with the trends.
So, how would you say current affairs in Latin?
That would be res currentes.
I see. So, Kojo?
Yes?
Who is your res currentes?
Mens vestrum negotium.
Who?
It means mind your own business.
Ah, Kojo.
And that's how you say it right.
I'm minding my own business.
As for this, say it right. I have a feeling it's directed at someone.
You think so?
It is dedicated to our fodder giver.
The person who
know themselves. The person
our
who
executive producer. Say it right. Oh dear. All right. Listen, we're already getting a lot of text messages about Arrive Alive and even about our inspirational song. Nicholas Kofi says, he's an Apsu. Apsu Kojo, this is one of my favorite songs from Brooklyn Tabernacle Choir. Thanks a lot. You're very welcome, Nicholas. More where that came from. While we're at it, those who are sending messages about the Arrive Alive, yes, it's a big issue. We really do need to pay attention to it. Arrive Alive was brought to us this morning by Bedrock Insurance, protecting the things you truly value, and Toyota Ghana Company Limited. Toyota, superior quality. Shall we do the news review?
Yes.
But just before we do the news review, let's get into COVID-19 updates. So Ghana's case count is now 2,719, still 2,719, with 18 persons dying and 294 people recovering. But if you go around the world also, now the UK is overtaking Italy with the largest known death toll in Europe. So you know that Italy's death toll was 29,315. Now the UK has 29,427. So it's like
they've gone past Italy.
Yes, they've gone past that one. And WHO is also warning Africa that don't use untested remedies. We'll get into that. Because there's been lots of talk about how these drugs could actually help treat COVID-19. The World Health Organization says don't use untested ones. So just ensure that you run it by the Food and Drugs Authority. They give you the go ahead, then you do so. But more than 3 billion could live in extreme heat complete by 2070. I mean, that's just a bit away from COVID-19.
All right. Okay, so well, that's useful from the WHO, right?
Yes, and speaking of the WHO, they have said as well, there's a press release for Africa, they said WHO supports clinically proven traditional medicine. Yes. So it was released on the 3rd of May, and it says the World Health Organization welcomes innovations around the world, including repurposing drugs, traditional medicines, and developing new therapies in the search for potential treatments for COVID-19. Goes on to say that they recognize that traditional, complementary, and alternative medicine. I think the heart of what they're saying is that these medicines should be tested before they become a thing.
That's fair. All right, the news review is brought to you this morning, as always, by Interplast. Wherever you are, they make sure water reaches you, even in space. And First Atlantic Bank, refreshingly different. First Atlantic Bank has introduced a set of mobile banking apps and the USSD shortcode *442# for banking transactions. So now you can either download the First Atlantic Ghana mobile app from the Google Play Store or iOS Store, or you can dial *442# for all of your mobile money transactions, instant fund transfer. You can pay bills, you can purchase airtime or data from Airtel, MTN, Glo, and Vodafone, and many, many more services are also available. Welcome to the Purple Experience on mobile. It's safe, secure, and very simple to use. First Atlantic Bank, refreshingly different. Now, if you're looking for the most trusted cod liver oil to protect and support your family, do you know I went home and actually bought some 7Cs on my way home.
Because it does so many good things.
It does.
And I thought the same thing yesterday when you were reading the LPM.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I did.
Yes. You know what you can never do with... you can never have enough brain power, right?
So tomorrow, pour small in a bottle and
bring it to you. No problem. 7C's cod liver oil. Oh, that's...
No, buy a new one for her.
Why not? The pouring, Charlie. It's not good social distancing practice. No. I'll buy you your own bottle, okay? All right. So look, they've been around since 1935, these guys, building strong, healthy families. 7C's cod liver oil contains omega-3 and it's rich in vitamins A and D, which support your immune system, your brain development, and it supports your hair, skin, vision, muscle, and bones. You realize how many problems that solves? Yes. Even our Arrive Alive problem is solved in there.
Exactly.
As well as some... hair and skin issues as well. So yeah, it's a good thing, right? 7C's builds healthy families. Build your immune system now. Purchase 7C's now at pharmacies near you. Contact Ernest Chemist Limited for bulk purchases. Stay home, stay safe, and adhere to precautions from the WHO to protect your loved ones and yourself from coronavirus.
All right, well, digging straight into the Daily Statesman. On the front page, Supreme Court dismisses $2.25 billion Eurobond suit. Let's not toil in vain. Health Minister appeals to Ghanaians to adjust lifestyle in COVID-19 fight, and social distancing or out of business. Communications Minister shuts MTN office.
And the Business and Financial Times says credit unions struggling to survive. 350 Ghana cedis FDA face mask certification fee expensive. That's the Dressmakers Association. And First National Bank acquires GHL Bank. And still on the front page, a bit of innovation. UBA Outdoors Leo blazes trail in digital banking on Facebook and WhatsApp.
Okay, on the back page of the Ghanaian Times, plans to construct 4 interchanges in Kumasi is still in the pipeline. Arrest families who abandon their mentally ill relatives. And on the front page, government seals 3 billion Ghana cedi deal for industries to cushion them against the impact of COVID-19. Also, another COVID-19 update, Noguchi free for real-time COVID-19 tests. Government supports the media with 5,000 PPE. That's it for the Ghanaian Times.
James 2 verse 17, so also faith by itself, if it does not have works, is dead. And that's the Chronicle. It says Ghana to see decline of COVID-19 soon. Ghana Health Service. Mohammed's claim on press freedom false, as according to Media Foundation for West Africa. We did that here yesterday on the Super Morning Show, Kojo. And then work on Pukasi interchange on course. Back page, Emmanuel Adebayo shows off his luxury cars after refusing to donate to Togo's coronavirus fund. Okay, I like this headline. And Barcelona players to have COVID-19 test before returning to training. I think 2020 is practically lost. Rafa Nadal expects no tennis this year, and German league gets okay for May 15 restart. Hooray, at least we have some football to watch, and so we can go and sit down maybe at the pubs and watch some games.
All right, well, the new crusading guide, Employment Ministry asks public to disregard fake relief package. Now on social media there's been a certain link which is they said that if you click on that link, you'll get 1,000 Cedis or 2,000 Cedis, and this is coming from the government as some sort of relief, or the Employment Ministry is asking us to disregard that, and whoever is behind that, it's not funny, because there are people who are actually seriously in need, and it is not fair at all to lead people on that way. But other stories on the front page of the new crusading guide: GCB to raise 3 billion Cedis to support hospitality industry. Others, and Akufo-Addo assures traditional leaders are not above COVID-19 protocols, that's according to NHC. And that's it, actually, for the new crusading guide.
The Daily Guide says human skull idol seized from killer priest. NDC goes ballistic over Baumia, and COVID-19 infections peak. So that's according to the Ghana Health Service. And I'm sure later on the show, we'll be finding out how they came by, this particular...
Yes. We'll get some education from them, how they know that we peaked. What is the data that they used, right?
Yes, we'll find out. And it's wrong to declare Barca champs. That's according to Thibaut Courtois.
It's never wrong. Never wrong to declare Barca champs. Never wrong.
It's absolutely wrong.
It's never wrong.
Why would you declare them champions? They're only 2 points ahead.
Because they are champions. This is Barcelona we're talking about.
Oh, which team?
2 points.
I think you should move on with that. Yeah,
I mean, Liverpool, fine, because they're 25 points. Even though I'm a Manchester United fan.
Or 3 points, not 2.
Tell her again. And the back page, still on the back page, GFA salutes Klaus for cooperation, and CAF is not forcing us, and Bundesliga may return 15th May.
On the front page of the Finder, COVID-19 infections at peak. Decline depends on adherence to prevention protocols. COVID-19 CBG shared 500,000 Ghana cedis worth of food during the lockdown. Adongo's accusations against the Safoma for baseless, as according to Carlos Ahinkra. Don't only call for de-escalation of politics on COVID-19 when the government responds, as according to Kojo Oponkruma. And shopping malls in Accra lament decline in patronage.
Grove Street Business says land bill nearing passage, major land acquisition and usage reforms impending, that's what it says. And First National Bank Ghana completes GHL Bank acquisition. Government decides against new lockdown. Businesses free to execute continuation plans. And African Development Bank Group unveils $10 billion COVID-19 response facility. And not quite all there. The 90% economy that locks down will leave behind. Okay,
well, the very last paper on my table is the Herald. Infectious Disease Center gets more support. Childhood Indiscipline and Tattoos got new Equiapimhini rejected. Attorney General Gloria Akufu's active role revealed. Government shuts down MTN office over coronavirus measures. Asedun Ketia denies NDC running mate shortlist.
Right, then let's do the online review brought to us by Zenith Bank in your best interest and Goyle Good Energy. And Goyle, of course, reminds you all, their valued customers, that they want to keep you safe. So when you come to their service stations, cover your mouth with tissue when you cough and dispose of the tissue immediately. Wash your hands with soap and running water. They've all been provided at their service stations, especially when you are handling money. And you can also use any alcohol-based hand sanitizer if you're not in a position to wash your hands. Just make sure it has the right alcohol content. Maintain a minimum distance of 1.5 meters between you and other customers and or attendants at their service stations. And please, let's all observe these simple protocols together and defeat the COVID-19 virus. If you exhibit any symptoms, don't go straight to the hospital. Call the hotlines and ask for help on the COVID-19 numbers 055 22 22 004 or 055 2222 005. Easy to remember. Okay, now bank on the go with your mobile phone by dialing *966#, Zenith Bank's USSD short code. With 966#, with *966#, you can open a bank account. You can link your mobile money wallet to your bank account. You can top up airtime, transfer funds, or pay bills all instantly. And you can do other things too. So do it the easy way. Dial *966# today. The service is available to account and non-account holders. Zenith Bank in your best interest. Right. Couple of headlines from myjoyonline.com. Ghana has reached peak of COVID-19 infection curve, according to Ghana Health Service. We'll delve into that later on the show. Also, Ghana to start daily testing on May 7. I want you to pay attention to those two headlines. I'll tell you the way they relate later. We have headlines from citynewsroom.com. Speed up COVID-19 testing with gene expert. Lab scientists are saying this to government. Also, Ghana not yet at its peak. Expect more cases, according to a biostatistician. See, already some people going in the opposite direction of the Ghana Health Service. On bbc.com, we have these. Nigeria coronavirus patients protest against poor care, and how a single locust becomes a plague. That's also a story from Africa. And on CNN.com this morning, virus started in late 2019 and spread fast. New genetic analysis is dispelling the speculation that COVID-19 was in circulation among human population long before it was recognized. They believe it started at the end of last year, but it spread very fast. Also, Donald Trump is pivoting hard away from the fight against unvanquished pandemic. That's a headline on CNN.com. So, shall we get to it? Yes, we shall, shan't we? Time now for the BBC News. Anyone are looking at me like, yes, please, get to it. All right, BBC News comes up next, brought to you by Fidelity Bank, Believe With Us, and Shell Club, Get More. Stay with us for that.